BYD has just hit an all-time sales record. This is a pretty remarkable result, guys. Remember, BYD was selling this many cars in an entire year. Only a few years ago, this was BYD's record. This was BYD's sales for 12 months. Now they're doing it in a single month. Yeah, if Toyota isn't and Volkswagen Group are not thinking where next, then they have to be crazy. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching The Electric Viking. Great to have you with us. Let's get straight into these BYD numbers. First of all, I've got to say a big thank you to the solar company who installed my solar system. They did a fantastic job. It's finally up and operational. The delays weren't because of them, it was because of the electricity network. But guys, I'm producing so much electricity I could charge my EV every single day. Literally, I'm producing about 110 kilowatt hours of electricity every day from my solar system. And that's the end of winter, or the start of spring, end of winter. Imagine what it's going to be like in a few months in summer. BYD sales figures. BYD sold 373,000 cars in August. 373,000 in August. Just imagine what they'll be doing in October, November, December, which are the three biggest months of the year for car sales in China. So what does this mean in terms of BYD sales? Well, unfortunately, its EV sales have grown by only 2% versus last year. 2%. That's surprising. Of course, BYD aims to reverse that by doing things like buying out their German distributor, becoming like a Tesla in Germany. But honestly, that is a surprising number. BYD's plug-in hybrid sales have grown by 73%. So you can see why now BYD are not actually the fastest growing EV company in the world, not by a long shot. In fact, that's Zeekr by a fair margin. And there's actually other EV companies that have grown faster than BYD this year. So really, BYD now, they are kind of turning into a plug-in hybrid company. Yeah, they're selling a lot of EVs, but those sales numbers, as you can see, only grown by 2% over 12 months. And BYD have a lot of models available. You can see here, they're trying, I believe BYD's plan is probably to try and pivot away a little bit from EVs and, sell a lot more plug-in hybrids. Why would that be? Well, it makes sense for them because we've got, Xpeng G6. What is there in terms of what BYD has that competes with that? Nothing yet globally. You've got other cars, coming. You've got the Zeekr's new 7X coming. You've got this 007, the Zeekr 001, the Zeekr 009. You've got many cars from other Chinese rivals. NIO has some great EVs. You've got a whole different range of different electric cars that are really, really good coming from BYD's rivals, but not that many really good plug-in hybrids. So clearly BYD sees that their growth will come from that sector. That means the EV market is still really very much up for grabs globally. That said, BYD sales are pretty staggering, 373,000. Their previous record was in the month of July. The month before, 342,000. This represents a 36% increase year on year. So BYD sales have grown by 36% versus the same month last year. But more importantly, they've grown 9% from July. Pretty staggering numbers, guys. BYD ceased production, of course, of internal combustion cars back in March 2022. I believe it was actually earlier than, I think it was actually January of 2022. But the point is that since that happened, BYD sales have skyrocketed. BYD ceasing production of internal combustion was the best decision they ever made. So BYD's EV sales, they are, like I said, 2% higher than last year, but they're still good numbers. But if you look at the combination between the two of them, plug-in hybrids and EVs, you can see the trajectory here from CNF Post where they're going, where BYD is headed this year, probably headed to around possibly 4 million vehicle sales. Crazy thing is, only 4 or 5 years ago, they hit 400,000. So they could 10 times their sales delivery numbers from about 4 or 5 years ago, 10 times that figure. I mean, you can see here, guys, look at this chart here, 2020, the sales numbers were, nothing in comparison to today. It's just truly quite a remarkable turnaround. What about commercial vehicles? Well, commercial vehicles have grown even more. Commercial EVs, BYD delivered 2,230 in August, up 643% from a year ago, and up 41% from July. So this is the real growth story here for BYD over the last few months, commercial vehicle sales. 643% growth, which is just staggering. Really, though, this area here is an odd one because sometimes it relies on government contracts and big fleet deals, that kind of thing. Anyhow, hopefully we see lots more growth in that area. Passenger EV sales, as you can see here, passenger EV sales were good, but they've had better months. In fact, last year, the final 3 months of the year, in fact, the final 4 months of the year, BYD outsold their EV numbers from this month. So that means September, October, November, December, they sold more electric cars than they did in the month of August this year. To be fair here, if you own a BYD, please don't take offense to this, but BYD's EVs are good, they're just not class leading. They're really not. There's no way that they're class leading. They're great value for money cars. They don't have the fastest charging speeds, not by a long shot. They don't have the highest battery energy density. They don't have the most energy dense motors. They are missing some key technology that some of their rivals have. They use structural battery packs, but they don't have gigacasting. For most of them, they don't have that. So that's one of the things worth keeping in mind here. They're certainly not, when it comes to weight, a little bit heavier than some of their rivals for those key reasons I just mentioned. When it comes to software technology, they have just purchased, they're starting to use software from basically one of their rivals now. That's their way of getting around the fact that their software is a little bit behind, well, actually a lot bit behind some of their rivals. So when you're getting a BYD electric car, they're great value for money, but of course, BYD are very well aware that their investment dollars as a company over the past couple of years have not gone into EVs. If they had, they'd be, obviously those things I just said wouldn't be true. I mean, why would Zeekr be miles ahead of them? Why would the Geely Group have, seriously, to be honest, the Geely's new battery, that is better than BYD's Blade battery. There's no question. It's better on, well, pretty much every metric. Charging speed is just, miles better, its capability. There's a number of metrics that we can see here. BYD are investing much more heavily into plug-in hybrids than EVs. So I don't think the media are really representing this. BYD is becoming more of a plug-in hybrid company. EVs are clearly not their primary focus because they're chasing sales. Sales today, they want to take over the global car market. They believe that doing this, the best path to doing that is through selling affordable plug-in hybrids and affordable, not high-tech, affordable EVs. That's clearly BYD's strategy. What are BYD's current best-selling cars? You'll see they're all very affordable. None of them are premium type models, right? BYD Song, it's one of the most affordable cars they sell. They sold nearly 80,000 BYD Songs. BYD Chin sales, look, BYD Chin's also very affordable. You can get these for under $20,000. They sold around 70,000 of the Chin. BYD Seal sales now. The Seal has been a truly remarkable story this year. For some reason, the Chinese weren't interested in buying the BYD Seal last year. This has drastically changed this year. I'm not really sure why. Anyhow, good news here. Nearly 60,000 of these were sold. BYD Seal, by the way, though, that is a combination of plug-in hybrids and fully electric Seals. So they're not all, overseas model Seals are all EVs, but in China, there is a plug-in hybrid version. BYD Yen, which is the Atto 3. Atto 3 sales were pretty good as well. About 42,000 Atto 3s were sold last month. BYD Seagull sales were flat. And as I mentioned a few times before, guys, the mini EV market worldwide, it's very, very small. It's big in China, but globally, on a global scale, the mini EV segment is not really that relevant. So it's not going to be these small micro EVs that are going to revolutionize the world. That segment is more likely to be robo-taxis. So, in cities where people buy these small cars, it's more likely more of those people, I think, are going to move towards a robo-taxi rather than continue to buy micro cars. And the micro car segment worldwide is actually continuing to shrink almost every year. Anyhow, 40,000 BYD Seagulls were sold in August. BYD Han. There is a new version of the Han that just arrived. Han sales, though, have been, usurped by the Seal. A lot of people are saying the Seal's better. It's cheaper. Just buy the BYD Seal. About 17,000 BYD Han vehicles were delivered. BYD Chaser 05, that's a plug-in hybrid, 15,000. BYD Dolphin, 15,000 as well. The Dolphin sales have been surprisingly low considering there's a global car. I think the Dolphin is maybe their best value car that they have. It's really good. The new updated version of the Dolphin, very good value for money. BYD Tang. BYD Tang, around about 12,000 Tangs were sold. and the BYD C-Line 07. That's a new model. I have made a video about that, and I'll put a link in the description if you want to check out the C-Line 07. BYD delivered 7,000 C-Lines. BYD E2, about 600 of those were delivered. BYD Frigate, almost dead, the Frigate, a couple of hundred. BYD Dynasty lineup, they sold 180,000 of the Dynasty lineup. So that's a reference to a lot of the models I mentioned earlier. Bit confusing there from CNF Post. We'll just ignore that one. BYD Ocean lineup. BYD Fangcheng Bao. So here's BYD's premium brand. They sold 5,000 Fangcheng Baos. Now they did discount most models in the Fangcheng Bao lineup. They have the Fangcheng Bao 3, the Bao 5. I believe there's a Bao 7 coming as well, which will be a very, very large vehicle. So BYD's premium brand, 5,000 deliveries. And then we have the BYD Denza. BYD Denza. BYD own 90% of this brand. Mercedes-Benz own 10%. Denza deliveries were down. 10,000 BYD Denzas were delivered worldwide in the month of August, which is down 13% from the month prior. What about BYD's super premium Yangwang brand? So as you can see, BYD have a number of brands now. They have Yangwang, that's their super premium brand. Their Fangcheng Bao, which is like their second down. Then they have Denza, which I would say is third down, and then BYD itself. So that's really 4 key brands that BYD have at the moment. The Yangwang brand, well, their figures have dropped significantly. They delivered about just over 300 and about 320 Yangwang vehicles. Now, those include BYD's U8 off-road SUV, which is a plug-in hybrid, very, very large Toyota Land Cruiser size type vehicle. Yeah, plug-in hybrid, a lot of power. I believe it's quad motors, 4 motors, and very premium luxurious car. Quite expensive though. They start at about $120,000 US. That's the cheapest version. There is also an electric supercar, and that is the U9. So BYD delivered 7 U9 electric supercars. In my opinion, not really one of BYD's most well thought out cars. I mean, it's a supercar that weighs 2,550 kilograms, meaning 5,300 pounds. That is the heaviest supercar in the world. So, yeah, I mean, it is phenomenally fast. It's been taken to the Nürburgring. It's ridiculously fast, but I don't think most electric supercar owners want a vehicle that is, that's as heavy as a Ford F-150 pickup truck, for example. I reckon maybe go the direction of having a more of a lightweight supercar. It's probably what people are more after. But anyway, those are BYD's numbers, which are fantastic results for the company. 373,000 sales. Probably by the end of this year, my prediction would be BYD will be doing around 400 to 500,000 sales in September, October. Then November, December, we're going to see around 500,000 deliveries. And that's going to help them get to that 4 million sales figure, wherein they will likely overtake both Ford and General Motors. And then next is who? Well, the Hyundai Kia Group, Volkswagen Group, and Toyota. All 3 of them have to be very concerned and thinking, when will BYD overtake us? Thanks for watching.